You know, when I was a kid, I used to love to go over Grandpa's garage and just find something I could take apart and put back together again. And as I got older, I would take more complicated things and take them apart just to see how it was put together, just to see what was inside, and then try to put it back together. I should have learned my lesson then that I am not gifted with the skills to sequentially put everything in a certain spot so that when I put things back together, it works. Tried it with a tool recently, and I had this stupid spring left over. Yeah, it was important just because this spring wasn't like the blade and did the cutting, and just because the spring wasn't like the electrical cord to bring power to the tool, the spring was still needed for the machine to work. You know, we are all part of the body of Christ, members of one body, under his authority. We are under one spirit. However, there are times when individuals with different gifts aren't putting forth what they need to do. You know, in 1 Corinthians 12, it talks about, hey, the foot says, I'm not a hand, so I'm not part of the body. Or the ear says, I'm not an eye, so I'm not part of the body. You know, verse 18 says, but now God has placed each of us in the body just as he desired. You know, but then that comparison, you know, we compare and we lose the joy of serving Christ and serving one another when we compare ourselves to someone who might have a different gift to us that we would like to have instead. And then on the other side of the aisle, we have a part of us when we compare, we're like the Pharisees. We look down our noses at those who don't have the same gifts as we do. There's the elite attitude or an unholy bias that, you know, those gifts aren't needed or that person's not needed. Verse 26, it says, if one member suffers, all members suffer. And if one member is honored, all members rejoice with it. You are the body of Christ. Just as this important spring is needed for my machine to run, you have been gifted by God, by his design, to come together and work together to further his kingdom, to share his gospel, to glorify him as the body of Christ. An important spring, an important gift, an important member of one body, Christ's body. Go serve.